Here. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Raymond. Welcome back to the channel. I'm diving into episode 2 of Ironheart on Disney Plus. It picks up right on where episode 1 left us. This is my second time watching the series. I'm loving it even more than ever. I haven't read Riri's comics yet. Still, I'm waiting for the end until I've watched the rewatched the rest of the Ironheart show, so I can enjoy it even more. Haven't seen Wakanda Forever. Still, it's just not my thing. Episode 2 dives into the tunnel heist, which is what the Hood Gang has been planning. Natalie's glitches and the Hood Gang's shady plans. It's packed with humor, action, and some creepy moments. On my second watch, I got even more hints about Parker's powers and Riri's emotional arc. The music, especially Alanis Morissette's You Oughta Know, love that song, slaps so hard I binged it on Spotify. Let's unpack the key moments, including Natalie's iconic introduction. The episode 2 starts with Riri freaking out because Natalie, her AI based on her late best friend, is there. She shoves Natalie into the closet, which I say that because Natalie is a projection from the iron suit, so she moves the iron suit into the closet. Such a funny scene. Natalie drops a gem saying, "You could call me Neuro-Autonomous Technical Assistant and Laboratory Intelligence Entity." But Natalie just kind of rolls off the tongue a little better, you know? Oh. She's such a lovely character. Riri calls her a glitch, but Natalie knows personal stuff about Riri and the real Natalie that an AI should not know. She knows that because she is based off of a scan of Riri's brain. And it came about from Riri thinking about Natalie, so her memories of Natalie were there. So the brain scan that created the AI scanned those memories, thus Natalie. But anyways, their banter is comedy gold, which it is, because they're funny. They're a funny pair. We get a rundown of the Hood Gang. Sug's a hacking pro. The Blood siblings are killer fighters, and Clown loves torching things. John's the recruiter, and Parker's the leader. Their target is Tunnel. Corporation Clown says screws over communities for profit. Riri's struggling to prep her iron suit for the heist, but Natalie searches the dark web and finds a black market buyer with the tech Riri needs while she's learning about the job. Joe McKillicuddy is the black market dealer. Riri meets Joe, a tech synthesis and black market dealer who's a bit of a pushover. His neighbor Heather lets her dog poop on his lawn, and she brushes him off when he asks her to clean it up. Yeah, she definitely does. Some fans call Joe a wimp, but hold up. Riri threatens to call the FBI. Joe says he's been blackmailed at least twice a day by his coworker Frank, who's got dirt on him for faking a report that Frank had him fake to begin with. Yeah. And Riri's got that menacing iron suit. So Joe's like, yeah, no one's going to push you around. She tells Joe not to let people walk over him, but then jokes, but I'm allowed to because I got the menacing iron suit, remember? They bond over belting You Oughta Know in the car. That was a little loud, wasn't it? Yeah. Joe's bunker is a nod to his dad. Very soon you know who that is. He says it's to help people, but Riri's skeptical. She asks about the hypothetically scanning a brain to create an AI. And Joe warns it could melt your brain, and only an idiot with a death wish will try. Okay. Explains what's been going on. Riri's already done it, and she's fine, so she's either lucky or a super genius. This confirms Natalie came from Riri's brain scan in episode 1, but Joe's warning hints at danger. They joke about not having prints on the illegal tech. Not leaving prints on the illegal tech. Joe gives Riri her suit, which she powers with solar and wind since she can't snag an arc reactor because they are so expensive to actually manufacture. The heist kicks off with Clown drilling a hole into tunnel. The Blood siblings taking out the guards and Riri entering the tunnel through the hole that Clown dug, and Riri's in her suit, which she fixed thanks to Joe. Natalie pops up, startling Riri, who drops the virus flash drive. They improvise, which, yeah, I mean, Slug and John aren't too happy about that. Helping Slug to hack Tunnel's system. They take over the Tunnel's system, and we learn that Parker can turn invisible by holding his breath, which is wild. He forces Tunnel's CEO, Sheila Sarate, to sign over control, putting his team on the payroll with 6-figure salaries with benefits and free access to Tunnel. So here's my question about that. So Riri is helping them because she needs funds for her building her iron suit. So does each member of the Hood gang, are each member of them going to be getting a 6-figure per year? Or is it the 6 figures going to have to be split between the members of the Hood gang? Drop your takes in the comments below and let me know what you think about that. Riri and Natalie celebrate post-heist. Yeah, they celebrate a successful, mission. A guard comes upon Riri, who says, "Oh, it's over. He draws a gun. Natalie freezes because Natalie is drawing upon the memories of Riri, and Riri's memories are of her friend Natalie and her stepdad being gunned down in a drive-by shooting. Parker, Natalie freezes, starts glitching, and the guard freaks out. Is freaking out as well. And Parker shoots the guard. Parker grabs Riri and says, he'll be fine. And they leave. Riri's rattled because someone almost died. Clown echoes, don't worry, he'll be fine. He was only shot in the shoulder. I looked up Parker's powers, by the way. His hood comes from a demon tied to Dormammu, which explains his creepy vibe. John tells Riri a story about Parker taking the hood off of a demon's body, in which she questions Parker's weirdness. John jokes she's too curious. Which, okay, that actually ties it to the comic book origins. Now, where are the boots that allow Parker to fly? That's besides the point. Natalie's freeze up ties to memories she shouldn't have, maybe from the real Natalie's death. She also seems to senses a strange energy from Parker near tunnel that she can't analyze. A big red flag for an advanced AI like her. Riri jokes about her AI having panic attacks and wonders how Natalie, a suit projected hologram, follows her without the suit. Which I'm wondering too. How would they be able to go about the day that she has planned if she is if she's a projection from the suit? At a bar, Riri and Xavier talk about the mixtape and his sister Natalie. Back home, Ronnie, Riri's mom, who had seen Natalie earlier, get off my keyboard, and begs Riri to recreate her deceased husband, Gary, the same way. Riri doesn't know how she created Natalie to begin with, and turns her down. Parker, then we flash to the Hood gang's lair, or hideout, where Parker's hearing a sinister voice. His back markings start growing. Yeah, he has these weird markings on his back with tattoos. John says he can't keep covering for him. The episode ends with Joe stepping in dog poop again. So, knowing who's responsible for that, he goes over to Heather's yard and cuts her prize flowers, strutting off with one in his mouth. It is great that he has learned to stand up for himself now. This episode is stellar. Tons of story progression. I love the creepy vibes. Natalie's neuro-autonomous line is iconic, and her glitch is still the show. On my second watch, I'm hooked on Parker's Dormammu connection and Riri's struggle with Natalie. The Alanis Morrissette track, You Oughta Know at the end, is fire. I had to binge it on Spotify, and I did. I have it on in one of my playlists on Spotify. I've downloaded it on my phone. It's such a good thing. I'm pumped for episode 3 to see Riri's next move with the Hood game. What's your take on Natalie? Comment down below. That's it for my Ironheart episode 2 review. Big thanks to Grok from Twitter AI or XAI for helping me organize my thoughts for this script. Search for Grok on Twitter or X, currently X, to check it out. If you enjoy this, smash that like button. Subscribe and hit the bell for more Ironheart reviews. Let me know if you're Team Joe or vibing with Natalie's sass. And I will see you in my next review video. Hope you all have a very good day.